It's 10 years of Jonathan Anderson at Loewe. What a ride!
The jacket became the short.
Les sous-titres sont disponibles. Subtitles are available.
Hi, bonjour. Hello.
Manu Rios is here.
Bonjour Manu, good to see you.
Good to see you. First woman's show with Loewe. Yeah.
Rachel Weisz and Daniel Craig.
Oh, just blown away.
I loved it. Genius.
Josh O'Connor and Ayo Edibiri. S. Coops and Meg Ryan. Hélène and Pharrell Williams.
Oui, salut. How are you? Bonjour.
See you.
Taylor Russell, Justin Vivian Bond. Jessica Gunning does her first fashion show ever, like ever.
My first ever fashion show and I thought it was incredible, so beautiful.
La tente éphémère Loewe est recouverte d'une partition de Bach, Jean-Sébastien Bach, la partition sur laquelle on apprend le piano.
You look like we could play some music with your jacket.
I know. Do you want to try?
A collection brimming with hidden meanings that we must decipher.
I love the combination of the future and the past, making a place that's not present.
Virtuosity, everydayness, maestro, camouflage, crinoline poetry, feathers like never ever before.
It must be like super soft to wear, no?
Yeah, and sexy.
This is the 10 years at Loewe collection by Jonathan Anderson, pure fashion.
Welcome to Loewe.
Take it or leave it.
Bienvenue chez Loewe. Est-ce qu'il y a le son ou pas?
A circular, virginal space. No cameras visible. Ultimate white cube that says focus. F-O-C-U-S. Don't focus on the set, focus on the collection. The sacred moment of the Loewe fashion show. In the middle, a bird, un oiseau, made by the artist Tracy Emin in 2017. Title of the œuvre is The Only Place You Came to Me Was in My Sleep. Voilà, end of video.
Ay, mi amor.
Hola.
¿Bien y tú?
The pre-show is streamed online. It looks like the premiere of the film Grand Hotel in 1932 in Hollywood with the stars checking in. Loewe perfected the pre-fashion show instead of writing "The show will begin shortly," it streams a titillating pre-show, putting cameras in the guest cars, casting the cars not to be basic black berlines, using drones and cranes to show off the arrival of stars, creating a sense of attente, expectation, filmed by the geniuses of Titres Provisoires who always push the envelope for the most iconic fashion show videos.
Salut. Ça va?
เสียงคุ้นเคยจังเลยอะค่ะ
คุ้นเคยค่ะ
Hi.
It's super pretty, right?
Ouais, good on you.
Also with the ring of power.
Ah oui, oh.
Dana Smith opens the show. First look is surprise, an anachronism. A twisted floral crinoline, but styled with mirror sunglasses. The cameras give a sense of optical deformation, a bird point of view. As always at Loewe, we don't know at first what we are looking at. You recognize everything, but you have to reconsider everything.
Can you tell me what the opening looks?
What I liked here was that we built these structures and then we kind of draped over these fabrics nearly to create nearly like a watercolor effect. So as it moves away, it gets lighter as the body moves. These dresses are made for motion. They're made for going out. They're made for walking. They become different. Like if you look at these ones which are quite out, when they walk, they kind of go the other way. It's like this one, you've got like the body going this way and the things going out the other way.
Hands in pockets of your crinoline. The bustier is not revealing, but more like a shield. 16 crinolines will walk the show.
It feels very fun actually, because when I walk, it's like very bouncy and everything. And that's what I'm gonna give.
I feel like everyone wearing those dresses feels like they're stepping on the clouds.
Yeah.
They all look like angels. Really nice.
It was beautiful. I loved all the textures. I loved the silk chiffon because I I'm a performer, so I like fabric that moves, so I don't have to.
So sort of like a childlike thing, you want to see the inner workings of something. Like when you take something apart, you want to put something inside out and kind of make it feel that there is a human involved in it, not a machine.
Crinolines, usually identical, suddenly changing and swooping, as fluid as our moods.
My work is ultimately exploring sexuality, and it's been like that since day one. Like, where is the line? Like, where is the line that we are comfortable with?
This is the new Loewe bag, un sac trapèze, appelé Madrid, the birthplace of Loewe.
I love this bag. It added something to the show where I think it took it to another level in terms of construction. We developed the leather from scratch, re-engineered new different types of hardware. I think it's really a testament to Loewe's ability to innovate and to look at craft in a way that you create something which is resolved.
Model Karina Maziar breaks this first cycle of floral dresses in a very radical way, one leather top with big large pants, not the same story. The zipped jacket seems to have the pattern of a dress. It's a trapeze jacket. It comes back even more unfolded on model Freya Vervat. She got from makeup artist Pat McGrath the golden treatment, the eyelid, brows and forehead becoming much of a gilded butterfly.
C'est quoi votre détail préféré?
Ces petites pièces ici avec les beaux plis, les lunettes aussi, j'adore.
Ils sont déments, je peux pratiquement me voir dedans. Ils sont tellement grands, je me fais coucou là.
Alix Boutors wears a high-waisted sequin micro-mini baby doll dress with sneakers. It looks like a new Effortless. She's not a countess, she's a tough countess. You like this blue, but you want a different blue? Loewe got it for you. Sameness. This dress exists in caramel, cloudy pearl, mandarin. It's like a comment on the wearable. During economic downturns, luxury brands are focusing on more wearable pieces. So here you go, and bring your irony with you.
I like that sometimes that you don't realize the effort in something. Sometimes it's nice that you don't realize how the end result got there. It's just there. It's like nearly like the painting. You don't know how the painter got there, but they got there. But then I like that as you go closer to painting, you see the brushstroke. As you go closer to the clothing, you see the construction.
And if you're looking for new shoes, these are the newest styles. Oxfords, chaussures bateau, Loeweisms. They are more elongated than ever before.
How does it feel to have such a big shoes?
It feels like I'm stepping on people's shoes.
The same polo dress in knitwear on Sarah Caballero and on Grace Valentine, but also in a mother-of-pearl marquetry, in iridescent marquetry, in delicately needle-punched silk. This is quietly screaming travail incroyable, incredible craftsmanship and eye-popping inventions. Juliana Perez wears a tailored light grey jacket, the most everyday one, but no, not the sleeves, getting larger and more elegant toward the wrists. The classic resort, the chic but new, the archetype but twisted, the sarouel but mieux.
My favorite details are the sleeves. I love the sleeves.
I like this idea of restriction, non-restriction, this idea of masculinity, non-masculinity, showing different parts of flesh.
It looks like you live in a castle.
We are in a castle, so yeah.
The teenage bedroom poster for a motor race, a violent, in-your-face visual, is printed feather by feather. The race, the speed, the energy, the excitement, the poster of the bedroom of a 10-year-old boy. And Jonathan Anderson started at Loewe just 10 years ago.
10 years at Loewe.
Yeah, long time, a decade. Makes me feel old now. I do not believe in overnight success. It's not just about the show. It's about the store. It's about the team, the factory, the craft prize, Salone. All these different things take time for people to kind of understand a complex language that you're trying to put. And once people get it, then they start to understand the storytelling of it. And I think this takes time. I love speed, but I hate speed when it comes to that people want something now. They want designers to be perfect on day one. It doesn't work that way. It takes time for someone to get into a house, settle, understand what the brand is, and make it new. This can take 12 months. It could take 5 years.
The printing of feathers is a technical prowess. It's not a common one. I've never seen this process for a literal image. Usually you give feathers a color, you use them as marquetry or decoration, but here it is used as it was cotton, printed.
I think it's very artistic.
This bold and new feather technique comes back as a Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart t-shirt, elevated merch. It's his portrait, painted in 1819 by Barbara Kraft.
It's great. It's very good that I'm wearing my photos. Really like.
Post-impressionist masterpiece of 1890, owned by Vincent van Gogh's mother, now at the Met Museum. The artwork, which is certainly one of the most expensive paintings in the world, is in public domain, and the poster costs €1.79 on Etsy. Number 38, a Frédéric Chopin t-shirt. The original painting by Harry Scheffer is in the Castle of Versailles.
I like that he has married so many elements. Craftsmanship, textures, fabrics, the history of art, making everything fresh and modern while still completely being educated about the past. It's a beautiful through line of creativity.
A painting by Édouard Manet from the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, Le Fifre, the Fifer, 1866, painted 20 years after the founding of Loewe. A masterpiece refused at the time by the official salon. It was considered too groundbreaking for its use of bold colors and this abstract background. La puissance de synthèse, la simplification du croquis, la contraction efficace de l'espace, son goût de l'aventure, son mépris de l'académisme. It shouldn't work and there it is. It's méga efficace, it's a new way of painting. It's un palier de franchi avant la renaissance de la peinture, le premier grand simplificateur. A pivotal moment in the history of painting, heralding a new era of simplicity. The contrast of the military uniform and the useful face. The anonymous person who's painted like he's a king. Alex Sheshik closes the show with a Jean-Sébastien Bach feathered grey sweatshirt you wear for a freshman music course at Juilliard. Le vêtement en plume, signe extérieur de richesse, et l'image du compositeur génial, signe extérieur de virtuosité. Vulnérabilité, ténacité, subtilité, solidité, identité sont les messages.
Bach for me is like the beginning, middle, and end of the show. It actually came from a sweater that I had bought in LA from a vintage store. And I was thinking this idea of like the composer as a rock star. And then weirdly, last week, there was this whole thing where they'd found music by Mozart in Germany. And then it was like this, like online, people were like, oh, Mozart's dropping music. And I kind of thought this was quite telling of the moment that we're in.
Jonathan Anderson gets a full circle standing O.
When I started Loewe, it was about, for me, it was like, how do we reinstill and show people what the craft is in a leather house? I felt like I had to prove over the last 10 years that the brand could merit the age it was. And I think people forget that the brand is that old. And I think the only reason that the brand exists today, I think, through revolutions, war, is that it is always looking forward. It's about presenting new ideas. Travel changes. People change. Society changes. And I think it's been this kind of insane journey to kind of get it to this point. That's what fashion is about. And I'm very privileged to work in something like this because I think it's about ideas that are personal to me, but ultimately you share them with everyone.
And after the show, the guests are quivering with palpable emotion.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was very emotional. At the end, everyone standing up. Very nice, very beautiful.
I'm happy that he's like regarded by his peers and like people like me who are just invited. I'm not a fashionista, but like I'm invited and I get to,
You look like one.
But yeah, it was just really stunning and he deserves it. He deserves all the love.
Subscribe to the channel to see the coolest fashion shows, the coolest exhibitions, listen to the coolest people. Go to our own website fashionmoodboard.com to fill your mood board with long text about fashion. It's in English and French.
I think the Loewe enhances how many hands and say and like children, How many ideas and so cool, and really so cute and cool.
How are you? Hi, good. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
No, you're more than welcome as always. Always looking great. Yeah, Seoul was too much fun.
And he's asking, how do I look today?
You look heaven. Let's do a picture. So
I started to read the book.
And partly tonight and music.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming. Just unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Really spectacular. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, we have a gift for you.
Oh, thank you.
It's Thai ceramic. Thai ceramic. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. You coming tonight?
Maybe.
Maybe. I hope so.
Okay.
Okay. Nice to see you.
Bye.